Number 4, the simpler, the sexier. I get business plans from entrepreneurs all the time who are saying, this is what I'm going to do. It involves 400 steps, 400 steps, and then the money comes in. We aim to be 3 steps or less from the point of contact to the point of sale. Like, I just met you, to, hey, let's have money in my bank account now. Let me provide some sort of service or value, and now money is in the account. Aim to always reduce the conversation down as simply as possible in anything, in absolutely anything. Think about your children going to bed. Do you really have to run all these different scenarios to make your children go to bed? Or you just say, hey, it's time to go to bed. Imagine if it was just one step. You say the word and then instant gratification. Hands to camera if that would be like the perfect world for anybody who's got children. You know what I'm talking about. It's not always like that, is it? Usually the scenario is 1 step, 2, I stay at 3 or 4 times, and then I've got to trick them with some sort of thing that they're going to get tomorrow. What if you just said, hey, if you go to bed now, I'm going to give you something tomorrow, and it's going to be fantastic. Hence, if you recognize you cut out a whole bunch of steps. If you know the thing, you can eliminate. So the simpler the plan, the faster you're able to get to the results you're looking for, the sexier. The straight line is usually the best line. In business, we say this, but people ignore it. I see people's business plans. It's like ding, 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 ding. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do that. Just go literally believe it's possible, because that's why your business plan is so complicated. You think it's got to be complex. Nothing in business is complex until it's a monster business. Yes, less friction. Alan said it exactly in the chat. Love it. Step 2, create and write down the plan. You must have a plan. It's got to be a clear plan. The simpler the plan, the better. And then 3, go out and tell everybody your plan. The money will show up, the deals will show up, the properties will show up, and the people who will do the work are going to show up. You must have a simple plan. This is why at the 100 Millionaire Summit this year, you'll only be seeing a 1-page business plan. The business plan is 1 page because it's got to be simple enough to accomplish. Chance to camera if you like that idea. 1 page. We're going to be doing it with you for 3 days. We're going to build your business plan. We're going to put it all on 1 page so that you can actually implement it. And this is not like a little average business plan. This is the $1 million business plan, right? Because I'm on a mission to build 100 millionaires who are inspired to build 100 millionaires. Chance to camera if you know that mission's going down regardless of whether you approve or not. I'm building millionaires anyway. Let's get it. Chance to camera if you're down to do it with me. You want to be one of those millionaires who's building millionaires. I appreciate and love you guys. Thank you so much for your commitment. So the next one, beyond simple and sexy, is set strict priorities and be ruthless in your execution. We're talking ruthlessly executing. If something gets in the way of your plan, it either dies or moves. That's intense. That's an intensity that you must approach everything that you're doing. It either dies or it moves for you, because you're not going around. You may have to go around, you may have to create a scenario, but until it's you get right there and you can't kill it, that's when you decide to go around. Hands cameras, if that makes sense. It's absolute insanity. Things will move out of the way. Mountainous problems will move out of the way for you. Just like Moses, when he was crossing the Red Sea, he said, you know what? I'm gonna count on God on this one. And boom, the sea splits. It's the same thing when you have that absolute relentlessness with your goals. Things that normally would not move will move out of the way for you. And if they don't, that's where you get the boat. We're catching this? But the energy, the attitude, the strict priorities, like just being set to them. And when I say priorities, I don't actually mean priorities. I mean just one. You get 1 priority per year. You get 1 priority per month. You get 1 priority per week. You get 1 priority per day, per hour. You can never do more than one thing at once. So stop trying, right? Stop trying to do multiple things. Set your priority. What is the one thing? If you were to choose one thing such that by doing it, it'd be easier than everything else, it'd make everything else easier or unnecessary, what would that one thing be? You know, for me, would you like to share, find out what mine is? What I believe my one thing is every day? It is to be the absolute best version of myself. So it starts with my commitments. Whatever commitments I've made to people, I then say, what is the best version of me to reach that commitment? And I don't commit to more than 100 people a year. I make a very limited amount of commitments, but I will commit other people to 100 people a year. Hands care if that makes sense. In order to scale out, I'll make sure that I have people who are committed to people who are committed to people who are committed to people. This way we can serve on a very large scale, but I can only handle a handful of commitments. So my job, my responsibility is to show up as my very best whenever I'm communicating with somebody. And I know that when I do that, everything else works out. And I've set that as a priority, and I'm ruthless in the execution. Hands camera if you see it right now. You can see I show up every Saturday. Here we go. Let's get it.